Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North American Challenger League. I'm Reed Rapid Melton. You can see our stuff right down there on the screen. So you should definitely check us out on Twitter. Check out the games right here and check out what is going to be our third matchup is Super Team NA. They're coming back, but they're taking on Curse Academy. And, man, you talk about the teams that are looking good in NACL. LMQ, right at the top of the standings. Cloud9, HyperX, Tempest, they're up there too. But with a recent loss against Team 8, it'll be interesting to see Team 8 take them on a little bit later on in the week. Curse Academy kind of round out the roster in those big top powerhouses so far and looking incredibly strong right now. And we are going to have a little bit of a remake on the lobby, so just a second while we get back into there. But yeah, Curse Academy, man, these guys are looking incredible. And they're going up against the Super Team NA, not looking so super so far.
No, they're having a rough time. 0-6, bottom of the ladder. Worse than any. Doing not so good than any other team.
Yeah, so, I mean, email support did pick up their first win today, so if it's a day for first wins, Super Team NA,
they're on the rise.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be looking pretty happy about that. But we're back into champion selection, so we're going to throw things back over there as you can see Dr. Mundo ban out there for Super Team NA. I think they're almost banning that away from Arthalon because that's one of his most played champions up top.
It seems like, yeah, you want to play Mundo against Arthalon? He's like, no thanks, just bans it away. But we're going to see Cassidy always from purple side or blue side, red side, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just getting it out of the way early.
Yeah, it just always happens. It's kind of just a priority ban either way from red side. So we'll look to see what they want to ban out. Pat had a good time on Vi. Duosec can play Lulu mid apparently.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Dan. Man, that guy went crazy yesterday. And so watching him on a lot of these big poke champions, whether it's Lulu, had a good Nidalee game right at the beginning of the season, but getting here into, we're not quite in the middle of the season just yet.
No, it's second week.
But
first quarter?
I guess you can put it that way. Yeah, there's about 5-6 weeks here in the second season of NACL, so it's going to be interesting to see what Curse Academy can put together. It's not how you start the season, it's how you finish it. But you got to get that train rolling sooner or later. And for Super Team NA, I think now's the time.
Hopefully, and we're going to see the Caitlyn and Pantheon bans, so no Pant for Pat and no Kate for MASH. So Elise and Nidalee going to be the next two bans out there. As Trooper has been playing a little Nidalee, but Arthalon, we're going to actually see him on the end of Renekton this time. And I'm sure Brux knows how to counter that one out with possibly Shyvana.
I can't
Maybe
expect we'd see
Soraka
anything.
top
Okay, Brux has done some weird things. I believe last season he played top lane Teemo, he played top lane Skarner, and there seems some reworks there. And Teemo getting hit pretty hard with a nerf bat up here in the upcoming patch. If you're going to play him, you better play him now because it wasn't quite the same nerf we saw in the PBE. I think they took 0.3.
Skarner, you said?
Teemo. They nerfed his shrooms by a lot.
It went from 0.8 to 0.4.
That was on the PBE. I think they actually took it down to like 0.6, so it's not quite as big a nerf.
I thought it was, I don't know, whatever. I'll look at the nets when we're done here. Or we can just check it out when we're out from commercial and whatever. But it's going to be Thresh for Zekin and Lulu for most likely Duosec.
All right, and so
maybe mid Thresh?
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
That's crazy talk, Dan. All right, so with the Lulu performance that we saw Duosec do yesterday, it's just like, okay, one Lulu after another. If they're going to keep giving it to him, you might as well keep playing it. He's a great LeBlanc, too, and LeBlanc was actually open. One of the highest win rate mid champions, not only in NACL, but also in LCS. Has been meeting with some resistance here in the recent performances, but Lulu still looking strong. But Pat's going to take that one down. It'll be Duosec playing that, but what's this mid lane pick for Super Team NA? I feel like if you have to pick a lane to get going, it's going to be that mid. And with the Vi pick up there, I want to see a Sivir lock in. Vi Sivir, so good at getting that chase on, but
I just want to see Yasuo.
Yeah, I'm a big Yasuo fan. He's not quite on that Kassadin level, but he's still really good when he gets going.
All right, so it looks like the Vi Annie going to be locked up there. They're going to look for the counter at Thresh, or the top three supports, Thresh, Leona, Annie. And Annie does pretty well against Thresh when you can start Q.
With a Lulu, even if you put him mid lane, that's actually a good setup for a top lane Yasuo, which is something that Rux plays.
Yeah,
so
or mid. You never know.
You could still take that
Lulu
back away, especially since you pick your mid lane early, and that means that your opponents don't have to pick their mid lane until very later on. But I'm still thinking that Yasuo is a possibility here for Curse Academy. Alternatively, they could just go with a safe pick Shyvana top lane versus Renekton, and then they could just pick a safe AD carry. I would say Caitlyn. She's been banned out, so probably looking towards a Lucian as the first AD carry that we see.
Oh,
there's the Sivir taken away.
You
you pick Pantheon here, but he's banned. You pick Vi, but he's taken away. So what's the other follow-up? You want a jungler that can get way out in front, go for hard engages.
Nocturne?
I'd pick Nocturne, yeah. But
Lulu.
I don't think Pat really plays Nocturne all that much. Lee Sin's a good overall jungler, but he doesn't fit into that big Sivir Vi Lulu sort of comp that we're used to seeing.
All right, so Lee Sin going to come in here. It could be top
Yeah,
still.
it could be top lane Lee
You
Sin.
never know, but no, Ruck's not really known for his top Lee Sin. Curse Pat most likely going to pick that one up. While Draven hovered over for Hula Hula. Maybe they don't know the champion. Maybe that's why he's going to have a pickup. But Orianna for Chuper could be pretty good. The ball delivery system very easy. Slice and dice and solid battery, ball breaker. Yeah, it's all the same. And there we go. So
Draven locked in for Echo. Man.
Draven Annie.
All right, that's actually that's an old school
Scary.
lane. That's the lane we used to see back when Draven still had bleed on his axes. So that's all. It's been a long time ago. If you guys still remember, if there are any of you Draven mains out there that did it just for the bleed, then we're all sort of shedding silent tears right now.
Hey, you can harass any turret now more efficiently.
Yeah, Draven's actually
more
coming
aggro.
back. Yeah, you don't draw aggro. That's one of the problems of Teemo. He's a great lane bully, but you just sit under your turret, and if he harasses you, take some turret shots. So no bleed on the axis, but still very, very strong snowball AD carry. It's going to be Draven versus a Sivir. And, I mean, there's a lot of burst damage potential out of both of them, but all right, there we go. We got the last pick, Shyvana, in there. I'm a little bit disappointed because that's sort of the boring choice. I wanted to see something exciing, but now we have less lanes to focus on. We never have to look top.
Yeah, we will never look at top for the rest of the game, most likely. And there we go. Lisa in mid, but Orianna versus Lulu mid. Could be a little in favor of Lulu early on. She can harass out, but if Trooper can get those 3 autos, get that passive stack, could be pretty cool. The bot lane's going to be something to watch out for, as the early ganks could decide that lane in pretty much a nutshell, because if Draven gets one of those adoration kills with maybe 50 to 100, 200 stacks, just
so
boom,
hard.
Instant BS sword, and you're just like, ah.
It actually makes that sound. So
it's boom.
Dan's done some voice acting in the past.
For Draven?
Yeah. Dan confirmed for voice of Draven.
Make it rain.
All right, something that's I think we all enjoy watching, the Draven Annie lane down there. It's going to be pretty strong, but when you talk about just overall team synergy, I'm going to have to give that over to Curse Academy. Looking extremely good as far as engages, mobility. It's all there. You've got the big pick potential when you throw out things like Sonic Wave Resonating Strike. You've also got hooks to land from Thresh and just tons of hard engage from the Burnout, giving you a little bit of a faster Shyvana, as well as Whimsy. You've got On the Hunt. If you're looking to run somewhere, you got to go with Curse Academy. We're looking to run to a commercial break, so we're going to head that way, but not before we give a shout-out to our sponsors. You can check them out right down below the screen. Little boxes right down there. Dan's pointing at them. They're right there. It's Loot Crate. I was going to say LOL Class Crate, but it's you can put all of our sponsors.
You just get a bunch of classes.
All in one. It's kind of like going to school, though. But it's fun because, hey, it's League of Legends. So you can check out both Loot Crate and LOL Class right down below. If you're interested in a crate full of loot, then obviously you click the LOL Class link. Not really. You click the Loot Crate link. If you're interested in classes with some of your best LCS pros, playing some of their favorite champions for a very affordable price, head over to lolclass.com. This is too
sound like me when I try to do the LOL class.
This is true. I'm going to give you Phoenix because that's a little bit easier.
All right. You can check out phoenix.com, phoenixcollection.com, where they have some of the best headset mice, keyboards, mouse pads, and a headset that they worked on that was pretty cool. It's got some wood on the side. It's got the little logo, too. So go check that out, and it's probably some of the best gear you get on the market. But with that, we're going to go to the commercial break, and we'll see you soon.
To my house, now that's what it seems. My life is like a roller coaster, trapped inside a dream. Come over to my place, see how we be getting down. It's a twisted castle, but inside I wear the crown. a trip to my
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're already starting out the action here as Hula Hula is forced to flash this counter flash from Zeken as he's looking to be a little bit more bloodthirsty. Apologies for the late start game. There were a few issues on both parties' parts. So everybody's back and ready to go into the game after a few pauses and some technical difficulties. But starting things off with a bang down there in the bottom lane. Echo and Hula Hula starting off maybe a little bit down as Mashme and now Zeken as the support for Curse Academy, really making waves down there.
All right, and barriers forced out from him. He was turning back and forth. No summoners from Zeken now, so could be very interesting as Vi attempts to come in. Vaultbreaker does not connect there. It's not even close. And Zeken's going to stay safe. Nice attempt to buy side of Panzer Dragon to try to capitalize on the summoners being down. But either way, there was nothing crazy that anybody missed in the early game. It was just a 5-point spread. A little bit of an invaded attempt from Curse Academy, but they got spotted out, backed off, and just kept everything safe.
Yeah, in top lane, there's been a lot of trading there as well. Arthalon playing this top lane incredibly aggressively. You know, I feel if you're going to play this aggressively, you start Doran's Blade on Renekton. I've seen Rux do that a lot, but he's going full defensive mode up there, and I don't think he's feeling too much pressure.
Nope, and speaking of pressure, High Mecha going to stack up those Adoration stacks. I'm wondering if we're going to see a high gold cash-in from those Adoration stacks, if you can rack them up and get a late-game kill. Zeken, it's
all level 3. We've got all
Brush.
3 skills for both Mashme and Zeken. Just make sure that they are skilling those things up there. We got Batsu coming up the top lane. See if he can get down onto Arthalon. Forcing out that flash there. And Safeguard back just pushes him out of lane. Ignite, though, down, used there by Rux.
It was a nice attempt to try to get him out there. He does have Ignite from Arthalon, but flash up for Rux up there will be a little bit more key in the next fight. And they're just going to be pushing down this bot lane. They can use the Ricochet and the Boomerang Blade, excuse me, to just push on through and keep Draven underneath his turret. But he's no slouch when it comes to farming into the turret. The axes just give him so much damage. He's able to just stack up. We do see some trading going down. Sivir. Oh, a nice play actually to stop him from catching one of those axes. Here comes the Vaultbreaker. He flashes through, gets in on the Zeke. Going to slow him down a little bit. The red buff actually just faded. They're trying to chase him down as much as possible. But Annie, in the meanwhile, drops Ignite while running away. They pull the lantern and Mashme gets out. And very well played.
One more auto attack onto Hula Hula, but it would have been extremely close. So better safe than sorry. Actually took the Ignite down with him. So 0 summoners on that support. Hula Hula gonna have to go back to base here pretty soon. Actually decides to stay in lane.
Doran shield, man. So good.
Hey, it is pretty good. Keeps him alive, kept him in lane, and is actually going to force the back out first for Mashme and Zeken.
All right, and with their first back, they get the Vampirics up there, so looking for a little bit more sustain. While Panzer Dragon helps his bot lane out, they're going to just push it down, shove it in, and go back and buy themselves. We haven't really talked much about mid lane. It looks like it's going a little bit in the favor of Chuper. Oriana CSing not too badly, and started off Crystalline Flask, so no Doran's Ring, so just a lot of sustain to deal with most of this poke.
All right, we got Lee Sin looking for another trip down there towards the middle lane. We're just going to take the long way. Maybe ping on up to top lane. Arthalon taken down very, very low. He's going to have to run away from that aggression from Rux, but setting up perfectly for this dive. Rux should be able to push this wave in, but oh, it's actually a jump over the wall there, coming from behind. He war jumps through the turret, and now there's nowhere for Arthalon to go.
He's gonna
Drops
try
that Ignite.
to tick it.
Minion damage is coming. Okay, well, nowhere to run. Safeguards to the ward. Tried to give the kill actually over to Rux, and he's going to go in for it. Rux could have died there, but picks up first blood onto Arthalon.
I think with that Chain Vest, he was pretty fine. And he also chugged away the health potion, too, to stay alive there. And now it's going to be Pat and Rux shoving up the top lane, giving him a little bit of a lead. Hi, Matt going back to base. Comes back with the same items, just some potions over Mashme right now. And they're going to go back to the nice little farm fest.
Arthalon goes back to base, picks up double longsword. Suppose that rejuve beat. So going for the Tiamat first. Dodged that the death sentence. Was actually pretty good there from Hula Hula.
All right, so nice little avoidance, keeping them alive in the lane, keeping their summoners up, or whatever summoners they have. There's going to be a ward drop and Tribrush. It looks like actually Panzer Dragon may be coming down bot again, looking to come in. There's a ping, though. He was on a ward. He will be slotted out. I don't know if they're going to keep doing this right now. It looks like there was no shield from Mashme, but he does take the Lantern, and that's the end of that. With no level 6, Panzer Dragon not really going to find a spot to come in.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't really even have to use the spell shield. I believe it was actually used earlier. No, it wasn't used at all. So just decided he didn't want extra mana.
No, I did not.
Well, obviously you want to save that spell shield for big ticket.
Like the stun, like Annie's.
Just getting knocked around there, way out of range of any follow up, probably wasn't too worrying for him. So good job just having that resolute resolve. There you go to to, I don't know, keep a calm and cool head down there. Top lane is heating up. There's no coolness up here as Arthlon still trying to trade out there, but Ruxler already has that ultimate down, and there's Dominus just in time from Arthlon. Traded, the ult's out, but still you can see Rux really winning out that matchup.
Yeah, and the Dragons is set. The Dominus is sorted up there. He's got a Ruby Crystal too, so looking for a little bit more health in the trades. The armor is helping out so much over the long swords, while Dragon's Descent does last a little bit longer than Dominus. He's able to clear out the waves and abuse the extra stats that he gets from that one, and we'll drop a Warden back right on out as still looking to see where the second kill of the game is going to come, and Panther Dragon is almost like possibly after that red buff. Arthlon still holding out up here.
Now, something really cool that you can see is if you watch the mini-map for pings, Panzer Dragon does a great job at tracking the enemy jungler. He saw him on that ward that I believe Chuper placed down right around that banana bush around mid lane. He pinged him out there. He pinged him as he was wrapping around through mid lane, and then he pinged him again going to raids and then the red buff. And it's great to see such, I guess you can call it map awareness, but it's just awareness of where exactly the jungler is possibly going to be. And with all of that set up, you can really give a lot of credit to Super Team NA. They know what to expect, but it's all about how they deal with it.
Yeah, if you can't deal with them, there's no point in knowing where they are. We do have level 6 achieved there for Draven, almost for Annie there. Going to have the Tibbers, going to be very scary. Have a 2-man stun possible if there's no shield from Mashpee. Curse Pat waiting on the side though, possibly looking to gank out Trooper here. There's just been a nice little subtle farm lane down there. There's the help picks. Cleveland's going to follow up, and it does actually end up connecting there. So Trooper forced to get poked down, chuck away some more potions. Pat really, after that top gank, hasn't made too much impressions anywhere else. Trooper getting dangerously low. Looking to chase this one out.
Oh,
a few more
Trooper.
autos. The help picks damage coming in, doing a ton of
Anytime
damage.
you have picks on you, you got to be a little bit worried because all
You
of a
get the
sudden
amplified damage too from the fairy damage.
it's true, and you have Glitter Lance that can come out there, and especially once you stack up towards Lichbane, things start to get pretty scary. We're not there yet, but Mashpee's going to throw down on the hunt. Look for the Death Sentence, lands it on IM Echo. There's the Annie stun coming out. Zekken, little bite off a little bit more than he can chew there, but
Pat's here.
oh, Pat and Duosec, everybody from Curse Academy down there in the bottom lane, kicks Echo right into Mashpee. Could have kicked him to his death and forces Mashpee to barrier. I'm guessing he kind of thought that he was going to live there, or was out of range, but it's just nice to see Pat trying to kill off his AD carry, but even still, a kill's a kill, and 3 of those going over to Curse Academy very early on. We'll see Duosec return to that mid lane, while Pat and Mashpee take down the first dragon of the game at 10.5 minutes.
Yeah, meanwhile up top we did have Arthlon dying up there to Rux, asserting his dominance and going 2-0 in that lane against Rex. We thought it was going to be just the wet noodle fight for 20 minutes, but it turns out after first blood and a little bit of a hard push and getting those early levels, it will be Arthlon getting shut down for a little bit longer, and that made it a 2-0 globally. They got a dragon. They're slowly in their lead. Well, actually, Pat's going to get spotted up by the ball there. Drops a ward. Shockwave comes through, but he can just click the lantern now that it is done and is able to make his way out.
Pat's got some long arms. I don't know how far he had to reach there for the lantern, but a little bit longer than I would have expected. Gets out alive still, so safe and sound there. He's 1-0-1. So has been involved in almost all the kills so far. 2 there for Rux, though. He's been really starting up that top lane with a vengeance. You can see a Vamp Scepter bought by Arthlon. Vamp Scepter is not an item you get to win back your lane. It's an item you get to sustain in your lane and keep you there longer, but I don't really think Arthlon wants to be there very much longer, especially with all these items coming out from Rux, even as a Kindle Gem as well in there, so really starting to look pretty scary.
Just walking up, Zeke and
What's
throw
Zeke?
the lantern. He took too many free autos there.
Yeah, I think he was actually kind of trying to front a little bit, but Echo wasn't really having any of it. Does chunk him down there, but he's got the Perseverance Master. You can see every once in a while popping up some HP.
All right, so he'll be fine. Drops a pink quirk and clear out some wars and maybe signal that Pat is going to come down bot and attempt to make another gank down there. He's got his kick. He's got his flash. So could make for little flashy plays. Meanwhile, Panther Dragon has his Assault and Battery up. Could come down bot or mid or anywhere for that matter. We're waiting to see where they want to go. He walks by a ward, goes to his wraiths around there towards the red. Pat's going to spot him out and just... he's heading towards bot. Pat's on his tail. Kind of being sneaky about it, but they do end up trading out a little bit. And just back right on out after Vault Breaker over the wall. Keeps Spine alive.
All right, now Arthlon having a little bit of a rough time up there, but I guess the Vamp Scepter actually will allow him to stay up there a little bit longer. Chuper will get Dragon's Rage away from his turret. No Tempest Crypt will land either. he's going to be pretty safe there. I actually want to look towards this bottom lane stun going out there on a Zekken. That means there's no more CC that Mashme actually has to worry about other than just like a stand aside. Zekken's going to drop the box, and Wahula Hula gets death sentence in there. You're going to have to be very careful, but Assault and Battery, Panther Dragon right in the back at the right time. First kill of the game going over to Super Team NA.
Now, stand aside hit 2 members, but it might not be done yet. Pato gets in. He does force the barrier out with the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike. Eats some turret shots, forced to back out. Boomerang Blade connects in onto Wahula Hula, who's Patosai, and they will be forced to go back. Potion chugging away. I think they're just going to send back I'm Echo while up top. Rux chasing down Arthalon, but they're just going to be able to dash away from each other.
I don't know about that. Arthalon dropping down very, very low, but you got more action here in the mid lane as waiting for him to walk over the ball. Nice command Shockwave. Keeps Duosec alive, and Arthalon's just going to lose this duo underneath his turret. Just the ambient flame damage from that's empowered, or the
turret shots going into Mashme now. He's going to end up dying to Panzer Dragon.
He just stood there.
Pat gets knocked out by the Wallbreaker. One more auto. Will they be able to get it? He flashes forward and gets the double kill. They were some reason taking that turret, maybe stunned up or something.
No, it was just lack of micro. Mashme just stood there under turret looking for those autos. I think he kind of resigned himself to his fate, knew he was going to die, didn't want to run away for fear that he might, not get the kill. So stood there, got it, got taken down, and a 2 for 2 globally. 2 more kills, more importantly, over there for Super Team NA.
All right, so nice for them. They're going to slowly climb their way back in the gold deficit that they have, about 2,000.
Wow, Pants picking up the Spirit of the Elder Lizard
and
as well as a Brutalizer, yeah.
God.
And you've got nothing but damage built for that top lane. This is a full damage all the way across the board. Only defensive items are maybe, I guess,
Chuper. 3 turret shots.
1 more Glitter Lance is all it's going to take.
Ignite, he misses it. Now it's going to be the Giant Growth to chase after this one. He's going to try to slow him down, and the help picks will secure the kill as Chuper making a bit of a blooper there, and he won too many turret shots.
He was actually tanking that turret. I don't know why you go up and just tank the turret when the guy's just sitting there beating on you, but hey, you save those super plays for a little bit later on, maybe.
I don't know about that. I was just playing.
A little bit of a misstep there in the mid lane, but you got to look towards the jungle for the carry potential here on Super Team NA now. Panzer Dragon very far ahead. You could just one-shot Duosec right there, but you don't want to get turned into a little squirrel because then you look super cute when you die, and I don't think dying is actually very cute. So
he's forced to flash the death sentence.
Wow, that was pretty
Tibbers
impressive.
gets dropped into the Mashme. There is the ultimate coming in from Draven, but he does shield it. They're going to chase down now here. Tibbers leading the charge. Echo looking for some
damage coming in as well. Wahula Hula. I know his real name's Batosai, but like with a name like Wahula Hula, it's kind of like Glebe Glarb. Like you don't just not say that name.
Oh, there we go. Northball gets the last hit in the turret where Trooper could not.
But
that will be their first turret.
Rux is going to get the last hit on the blue buff. So, I mean, blue buffs respawn, turrets don't. So maybe that's still a better play there for Super Team NA. They're starting to come back maybe just a little bit, but still down a couple thousand gold, setting up for a dragon in 1 minute.
Alright, let's see if we can get it. Trooper does spot them out. Arthalon is there. Shockwave connects onto Pat. Can they get anything else still? Wallbreaker waiting on the side. He does not connect it. And they will be able to steal the blue buff away as Rock stole theirs. Panther Dragon will get it in response. And 40 seconds on Dragon, so they're going to position around. Maybe look to push down the bot tier 1. While Arthalon going to be forced to slice through the wall here as Duosec was cutting him off. And that pink orb will finally get cleared out. As maybe Duosec maybe looking to poke his head out in this lane. Probably going to look to try to stop the push, though, because if they can get this tier 1 bot, that'd be huge.
Now, Pence is actually backing in the back lane. If they just want to man mode this turret, I feel like this is either a nice turret kill or a dive onto Duosec. And you can see with the Panzer Dragon positioning very, very aggressively, he knows nothing's coming. Turret going down. 2-1 in turrets now for Super Team NA. They're going to actually just dive in the turret. Doesn't really care. One last auto attack evens up the score.
All right, and Rux is already got a Sunfire Cave. He's got a Vampiric Scepter. Going to be building that towards the play of the Rune King, and that Kindle Gem going to go towards a Spear Visage. And he's already looking good for items. He's got 133 farm to the 117 of Arthalon, and here is the second dragon of the game. Looking to most likely go over to Curse Academy. I don't see Panzer Dragon stealing this one.
Super Team NA can't contest global objectives right now. They just have to take as many as they can because they know that their opponents are going to take them right back. And, I mean, they're not doing a bad job of it. Arthalon's roamed mid, took out that turret. Now he's back up in top lane, slice and dice out of there, so he's going to be safe and sound for now. But, man, Curse Academy, one last auto attack there, Duosec. Taking out that bottom third tier turret, so or first tier. It depends on which way you prioritize them. Rux pushing down the top lane, and that's something that I mean, Arthalon can't deal with it just yet. He does have that the Ravenous Hydra even completed, so that's a big nice boost for him. At least he's gonna have the wave clear. Maybe he won't have to fight Rux quite so often now.
All right, that's all Idor's gone. Currently, Rux forcing himself onto Arthlon, doing a ton of damage that Ravenous Hydra can't sustain if you're not in a long fight. Oh, Hook almost connecting there. The Hunt is actually activated. They're going in onto Chuper. He's forced to get away. A nice spell shield stops that one, but Tibbers and then Assault Battery Wild Growth keeping him alive, and Wahula Hula's in the middle of the fight, and he will go down. Cancer Dragon trying to lane with all the damage he can, but he's still very squishy for a Fireball up top. Is going to dive onto him with the Dragon's Descent and the Ignite. The last tick will do it, and Rux will go down. And not Rux, oh my god, Arthlon will go down. And possibly that tier 2 up top will go down to follow suit, as that was a 2 for none in favor of Curse Academy.
Yeah, really great play there by Rux. He just knows that matchup so well. That's why you dive with Ignite. So even if the guy gets away, he doesn't actually. And using that Flame Breath and Burnout, powered by Dragon's Descent, makes his way out of there. Man, these spell shields from Mashme have just been so good. Spell shielded the command Shockwave. Right then, he just spell shielded command Dissonance. He's just not taking any damage from anything that Chuper has to throw out, and that's Turret taking damage, but not wanting to overextend. Curse Academy will withdraw, because while they can bully pretty much anyone on Super Team NA, Vi is not one of those.
Yeah. Oh boy. So there's that big mountain to climb up now. It's 5,000 gold in favor of Curse Academy. Panzer Dragon kind of hanging around, but there is a ward in there. They will clear it out. And they have a long way to go. Draven still hasn't picked up a kill. I don't know how many adorations he stacks he's sitting on currently, so let me actually take a quick look here. Rux has been roaming around being a menace. We do have 240 stacks on Draven right now, because after that death he did lose half of them. So
yeah, but hey, that's still a ton of stacks. Like when you die with, or when you pick up a kill with 240 stacks, like that is a bunch of gold. League of Draven currently has made him, of course, 0 gold because he hasn't picked up a kill. But hey, when he does get a kill, it's going to be pretty big.
All right, and still has that Bloodthirster building towards possibly the Shiv or the PD, depending on which route he wants to go, but he's still about 2 items behind Mashme. Oh, Duosec chasing this one down, but there's Shockwave, Vault Breaker, everything. Assault and Battery before he can Wild Growth, and he will end up going down.
He didn't even Wild Growth, or Giant Growth. Wild Growth is a Zyra spell. No. Giant Growth, a lot of growing out there.
Chase up top, Blade of the Rune King onto Arthlon, though he gets kicked back. He is going to end up dying again, as he is now going to go 0-5, and this is like bit of a repeat of what happened to him yesterday.
Yeah, not even just yesterday. He's been having a
Talisman Hunt. There's a Tippers though on to Mashme. The hook ends up connecting. Can he actually cash it?
Oh
he
my
does.
God, Echo.
614 gold from that kill. Now finally there we go. Echo going to be able to cash in on the Adoration.
Cash me, man. Just took him down there. Made some money, made it rain, and that's going to be his first kill, and what a kill it was. We talked about all those Adoration stacks really paying off there. He's down to about half of that, but has earned an additional bonus. That means you pick up the 300 gold for the kill, and you get 600 extra gold there. So it's almost like 1,000 gold just from killing Mashme. So really, really good to see that Adoration stacks. Maybe get it back in the game.
Chuper going to get caught out here. Pat's going to scare him away. They're going to try to steal away this blue wolf. There's a pink ward in there revealing them, though. Can they get it? Yes, and it went over to Rux. All right. And Duosec's coming behind now. And there's the Whimsy. There's the Hell Picks. Glitter Lens comes through. They're going to chase this one out, force the barrier. Sonic Wave Resonating Strike, and Rux will pick up the kill.
Okay, yeah, Chuper, his Command Shockwave is actually on cooldown. It was up in 1 second. Exactly 1 second, right as he died there, so wasn't able to get that one off to maybe keep himself alive. Arthlon's actually going to stop Pat, but there's Assault and Battery. Giant growth as well, right over there. Arthlon goes in, but goes down. Rux now dominating 6-0-1.
He's worth about 68 cents right now. Arthlon here, 0-6-0. Having a rough time. Baron will be the objective here, as no one knows from the side of Super Team NA.
I mean, Panzer Dragon might have an inkling, and he's around in the area, dropping the pink ward over the wall, but yeah, nobody knows, and down it goes. Curse Academy. The sort of like feed top to win strat can work. You know, maybe if you're in solo queue and the opposing team isn't all about taking objectives and closing out the game. If people keep splitting against you when you're 0-6, 0-7, those big death scores, it's not actually going to have that much effectiveness. Now Mashme going to get stunned out there, takes a little bit of damage, but the Baron buff appears. It's going to help him out a little bit.
Yep, and now that Curse Academy's Baron up, they're going to look strong. Looks possibly siege down mid. Duosec does not have a blue buff, though. It is spawned. They might rotate to give that one to him and then look to the siege. But either way, with Baron, they're going to be huge and going to be able to push down these turrets so quickly.
Yeah, I like the way Diddlequick said it in chat. This is like a conveyor belt top lane. Rux just keeps walking into lane, and Arthlon just he hops on the conveyor belt, runs right up to him, and it's been good for 6 kills so far. It's not even aided by any junglers. Okay, so maybe the first kill was a little bit of help from Pat, but ever since then, it's just been Rux 1v1ing Arthlon, taking him down over and over again. He's still going to be good for some wave clear up top lane because he does have that Ravenous Hydra, but he doesn't have a whole lot else, especially when it comes down to Curse Academy really wanting to close out this game with a Baron buff. I don't think you're going to look towards Arthalon to turn the game around.
Yeah, he didn't even become that huge tanky member that we normally see. Like, we'll have a Sunfire, Randuins, they won't even go for any damage. But, yeah, with the Ravenous Hydra, he's going to be just doing nothing in fights. He's going to try to dive onto Domashmi, but probably will die on the route there. It looks like he's building towards a GA at this point, but Zekin gets caught out, gets stunned just a little bit, pops the sweeper, but he is really tanky. We'll be able to back out, and this will be the third Dragon of the game over to Curse Academy.
All right, yeah, Dragons going their way, turrets, top lane especially, everything working out for them. The only weak spot that you might see from them is in the jungle, but junglers really have a rough time carrying things out there. Panzer Dragon, he's 4-0 and really looking good. Oh, the counter flash from Echo, perfectly deceiving Lee Sin, not allowing... Oh. Okay, so Arthalon fails the slice over the wall. It's a rough one to do. Goes godlike now. Rux 7-0-1. I don't know if they like promised this guy like an extra bowl of Doge food or something at the end of his game if he went godlike, but I don't know. I feel like there should be something that's like godlike and then legendary and then like goes from godlike to like, I don't know, dragon-like, Rux-like.
Dragonborn.
Get Rux. You can hashtag that if you want. Rux really, really winning out that top lane matchup. And we said junglers have a hard time carrying. Top laners kind of do too. But I don't think he has really too much to worry about. While he may not be able to carry the game, he can at least carry his whole his lane. Well, Hula drops his hula hoop on the ground, loses half his life, and he's like, well, better keep that from happening. You can even see like the little hula hoop around him from the stun animation. See?
That's why you pick Annie now.
Yeah,
only him
Annie
with that
only.
name. Yeah, there we go.
You gotta pick supports that have hula hoops around them.
Who else would? Amumu when he's crying, maybe?
I mean, maybe.
Yes.
Support Amumu may be something only that Edward runs.
Yeah.
So.
But here we go, the quickest section of turrets going down. Mid goes down, top goes down, and the bot is already gone. So now it's just left to the inhibitor turrets and whatever catches Curse Academy can have. I don't know what Super 2 can do to come back in this. Arthalon does nothing. Like, he just runs in the front and dies. Rux can solo him out. He just destroys him at this point. I think he can be kited pretty easily as well. Lulu just destroys him. Look, there's Arthalon going down. Once again, Dragon's Ascent comes in. He's going to flash forward, get the blade of the Rune King, slow him down.
Okay,
Rux can now tank a Panzer Dragon, try to use the burnout to get through. His team is in the mid lane.
Look at that fire damage.
It'll be pretty easy for him to get out. And do see Pat tanking up the turret. Backing out, Shockwave gets shielded.
Again, the spell shield. Holy cow, mash me. Just playing on point. And sure, he's 0, 2, and 3, but he's got the mechanics where it counts.
All right, and now turret gonna look to go down. It's at half. They pop the hunt. They can do a bunch of damage. They pop the talisman on top, just trying to stack as fast as they can go. And the inhibitor should be falling here. They throw out the lantern. Dual Sex coming from the side. Rux is still top, dealing with Panzer Dragon, as I don't think Arthalon wants to go near that lane anymore. And there it goes. First inhibitor of the game, going over to Curse Academy at 25 minutes.
Wow, and that's a big inhibitor too, because it's on the bottom lane. Taking bottom inhib is, I think that's probably the biggest inhibitor to take down, because it means that you're continually drawn to as far away from Baron as you possibly can be. Arthalon's going to start up the fight. I'm ready to see if he can, cash these checks that his body can't write.
All right, and the Ignite comes through. He gets followed up. There's Giant Growth onto Rux, but he's going to get taken down as Annie will be able to pick that kill. Hula going big with that. They cannot find anything else from Curse Academy's side, and Super 2 will be able to snag a 1 kill at least. They get a shutdown goal, but it does go to Annie, unfortunately.
Yeah, Arthalon lived. That's the most impressive part about that.
Did he get an assist? No, he did not.
I mean, wait, how did he not get an assist there? He was like right in the middle of everything. Maybe they waited just long enough for him to get out of there. And 6-12, it's not the biggest shutout. It's pretty much just that top lane that's not doing very well. Even mid lane, it's 0-2 for Chuper, but he's still got that Death Cap Chalice. That's the big synergy build you're looking for.
When he picks up his Void Staff and his Sword Shoes, should be a lot of damage he can throw out there. But either way, they're still down 9,000 gold. Gonna be hard to climb back up. Chuper trying to farm up as much as possible. He is actually ahead of his counterpart in Duosec, while Arthalon's actually keeping him somewhat farm. 36 behind, can catch up with the waves pushing in constantly in that bot lane. But still, Super means something to worry about. Baron's up in a minute and a half, and it'll probably be game if Curse Academy can snag the next Baron up in Siege. But if Super NA can hold or possibly steal the Baron, then we could see it come back.
All right, yeah, Baron steals are a pretty good way to come back here, but I don't need. I don't know. If you die at this point in the game, it really becomes rough to hold on to other inhibitors because keep in mind there still went down in the bottom lane, and while Arthlon may have been able to clear out a little bit of pressure up from that bottom lane, Curse Academy, they're all coming back to base. They're coming back with these big ticket items. You've got max CDR for Zekent, so he's going to have hooks and flays for days. It's going to be really ridiculous. Needlessly large rod now picked up there from Duosec. Might be looking for a Zonya's Hourglass, or maybe go with the aggressive Deathfire Grasp. Holy cow. When you combine DFG with Lichbane damage, it gets a little bit off the chizarts, as the kids say nowadays. But I'm trying to be hip, so people think I'm cool, Dan.
Like your fake hip?
You think it's working?
Nope.
Darn it. Darn it. I tried so hard, and I got so far, but in the end...
Oh, not Linkin Park.
Didn't even matter,
That's not
Dan.
even hip. That's just like...
I'm a product of my
hipster.
era, Dan. When people call you try hard in League of Legends, that's one thing. But when you try hard elsewhere, it apparently doesn't go quite as well.
I don't know what to say to that. Baron's up in 4 seconds. Curse Academy's rotating around already. They have complete war control, and it should go over to them pretty free. I don't see Super Team going to be able to contest unless they just barrel roll in. Panzer Dragon is still bot lane. The Baron is slowly whittling away, and should go down.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything too climactic about that. It's like, oh, the Baron's dropping low in HP, and there's nobody near it. It's going to, the Smite steal for his own team. That's about as exciting as I can make that.
All right, and there you go. It's the most exciting one-sided Baron ever. We
Stole
see
the buff
flashes
away.
over the wall.
They all flashed over the wall. You had 3 flashes.
I don't know about that, but it's okay.
That's some like I think it was the old team alternate that did that, or it was Cursey U. Yeah, Cursey U did that way back in the day in Tales of the
That was
Lane.
ridiculous.
They had that big
Stupid.
4-man flash over the wall. It's just like no questions asked. Moscow 5 also big fans.
I honestly hope that they turn the game because of that. Like, oh man, a good thing we used our flashes to chase that Annie, right, guys? And they just get all 4-man shockwave, and it's like we can't flash away. But all right, so either way, they're still looking at a dominating position. They have a Baron. They're pushing it down. And Pink Ward does get killed out. They do land the hook. They get a bunch of damage on Arthon. Ooh, a flay through the wall. That's pretty cool that you can do.
I didn't know it reached that far. That's
Yes, it's
pretty
just like the
impressive.
ledges near the mid brushes, too, that you can do that.
It doesn't pull you over the wall, unfortunately. If you could yank somebody over the wall with like a death sentence or a flay, that'd be pretty cool. But we've completely breached the base. We've got base turrets down, and one inhibitor going to fall. Second inhibitor of the game going to fall as well, as Pat's just down there trying to take it out. Man, 4-0 score for Panzer Dragon. You got to feel for that guy. He's been trying to carry as much as he possibly can, but just the safe and slow entropy of the game kind of getting to Super Team NA. Curse Academy just looking really strong across the board. 0-3 bottom lane, though, but you wouldn't really know it because Don't Mash Me on par with the CS, up 40 over High NACL.
Oh, boy, man. Last inhibitor of the game up top. There's going to be, the Assault Battery in. Is he going to be able to get out? Giant Growth comes through, pulls the lantern, he's fine. Rux is in the back lines. It looks like they're going to be able to clean up this one. Randomness comes through, and Rux taking absolutely no damage. Pat picks up the kill on Arthur and puts him at 0-8-0. The box comes out, the hook doesn't connect, and Tibbers kind of leading the charge there. Will be alive and fine. Static Shiver just picked up for Echo, though. He's got a Scrying Lens. He will actually give that a little loss, though, for having it. And there it goes. Double Super Minions going to be spawning in every lane. They're going to be pushing down, and this should be game for Curse Academy.
Yeah, Curse Academy, they actually have met a little bit of resistances. There's only Arthalon down, so may not be able to close out just yet, but they've got all the inhibitors down.
Ooh.
Super Minions pushing everywhere. A nice death sentence. This is going to be the die that decides whether it's the win or the throw. Pants are Dragon. 4-0, now 4-1.
There's no way they could have thrown that. Unless all 5 just dove.
And completely ignore the turrets, just all take up those turret hits.
Like, oh, here, have a bunch of bonus gold from our killing sprees.
And there is the GGs. There are the GGs, rather, coming out. Curse Academy will take this game. They might pick up another kill before the game ends, but the Nexus falls, and 6-15. Curse Academy will take the somewhat overwhelming victory over Super Team NA. They're still winless down in the bottom half of the standings, but Curse Academy, I think they actually improved to 6-1. Yeah,
Top of the league, and the LMQ plays next.
LMQ will play next. We'll have to see if they can come closer. I think LMQ is actually the last game of the day. But we'll catch that a little bit later on. You'll get myself and Egad back here for back here for another game, another couple of games coming up next. The North American Challenger League continues right after this.